Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm back with another video as you can see, and for today's video I am going to be reacting to the movie The Hate You Give, which is basically a really nice movie and it's really popping right now. So we're just gonna get into the video. Excuse me, I am in my PJs, but as long as we feel comfortable, it's okay. It's okay. So basically the movie The Hate You Give came out in theaters the 19th of October, which has not even been a month yet, and this movie is, as I said before, is really poppin'. It's really a good movie. It talks about police brutality and what's happening right now in the States, and like black men getting shot by white police officers and like for no reason. And basically the movie stars Sabrina Carpenter, Amanda Steinberg, KJ Apa, Lamar Johnson, a bunch of other fantastic actors, Regina Hall. And basically the movie talks about a girl that's named Star Carter that lives in Garden Heights, and Garden Heights is where she lives, but it's kind of a rough black neighborhood where there's a lot of drugs involved and a lot of violence, gun violence. And she goes to this school called Williamson Prep, which her parents put her in there to keep her safe for her and her brothers, which is 7 and her little brother, but I cannot remember his name. If I remember his name, I will say it in the video. But yeah, so they send them there basically to keep them safe, and Star feels like she's between two worlds, basically because in Garden Heights she can be herself, and in Williamson Prep she cannot be herself. So the movie talks about Star Carter, and basically she has a best friend named Khalil, and he gets shot by a police officer, a white police officer. They were in the car. Basically, Khalil was Star's childhood friend, and they hadn't seen each other for a very long time, and they saw each other at a party and kind of reconnected. And then the shots fired at the party and they had to drive away. So Khalil was taking Star home, and she got into the car, and at a moment they were vibing and everything, and at a certain point they get arrested by a police officer, and the police officer demands to see Khalil's ID, but nothing's wrong, he didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, oh my god, sorry, I'm bugging, sorry. Basically Star is in the car and Khalil is outside the vehicle, and the police is checking his ID, and then Khalil reaches into the car, puts his head inside the passenger seat to see make sure Star's okay, and reaches for his hairbrush. When he reaches for his hairbrush, he gets shot by that police officer. Everything happens, a big chaos, it goes on trial, but it doesn't, the police officer ends up not getting arrested or anything, he just walks away free. And basically no justice for Khalil, and then the movie Star fights for Khalil's justice because she somehow feels responsible, and she was a witness to the shooting, and she basically is scared to speak about what happened because basically Khalil was a drug dealer. He used to sell drugs with the King Lords, that are a popular drug deal group in the area, and he sell that so that he could help his grandma because his grandma had cancer and his mom was a drug addict, so he didn't live with his mom, but he lived with a little brother and he wanted to provide for them. So basically in the beginning of the movie, Star's parents teach them that whenever you encounter the police officer, don't talk back, and to do what they tell you to do. And basically they have this conversation because it happens all the time in their area. And basically I feel like some parents cannot have this conversation with their child because it's not that they're not black, it's just that it doesn't really happen in their communities. I mean, you really hear this in the black communities, and it's something that has been going on for maybe about 5 years now, and it's still continuing, and it's sad that we have to see it continue and that people are not taking action, and that we really should, and justice for all those black men that died at the hands of police officers for no reason. And the link that it has in 2018 is that we see it a lot with black men and Hispanic men, and it is something that I don't know how to explain it, but there's something that is heartbreaking and sad, and that even though the continuous talks, even though these parents have not had justice, it's not stopping, and it's something that's really sad, and these parents and other parents have to grow with it. And how many other people how many of black people or Hispanic men have to die for them to understand? And it's really, 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 really sad. And what I would want to know is, when they do these things, like, do they realize that there's somebody's life, somebody's son, brother, grandson, nephew, cousin is taken away, and how would they feel if they were in that parent's shoes and it was their child that died? So basically, I just think that we need to really find a solution and do something so that this can stop, because it breaks my heart, and it breaks a lot of other people's heart, and I know that it's really sad and hard to talk about, and some people might get emotional about it. And during the movie, I got emotional, I cried, and it's really something that everybody needs to come together and find a solution, because we can't continue like this. We can't continue losing young black men for no reason, and we need to find a solution. And to conclude this video, I feel like this movie, I would suggest it to any person of any ethnicity, any sexual orientation, any age. You go see it with your grandfather, your uncle, your cousin, your best friend, anybody, because this movie is really touching, and it really puts into perspective what is going on, and how families cope with the situation, and how other people, and how it can affect a whole community. So I find that this movie I think that this movie, anybody should watch it if you get the chance to, because it's really an amazing movie. And you might at the end of the movie, it makes you think and reflects on a lot of current events that are happening, and how many cases like Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Philando Castile, all of these people. And I think that we really need to find a solution. And that concludes my video. So thank you for listening to my video, and I hope you like it. Thank you, and peace out.